Alright, hello. Welcome to a new week of streams. This week we are still probably going to be working on the Melodinumbra gift art. I once again have added some new things to my stream that you will see when I switch to the drawing scene. For one, I've finally taken the time to separate my stream audio from my VOD audio. So on my VODs going forward, you'll still hear my voice, but you won't hear this same background music. But my plan is to maybe edit some copyright-free background music on because I have it separated now. I'm just going to let it kind of play whatever, which is exciting. And I'll also have a now playing tab as well. So little fun things that I took a few hours to set up last night. That will kind of enhance the stream. I think before I dive into the rendering today, I probably will sketch a little bit just to loosen my hands. I was drawing last night, but I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like I just need to do some warm-ups before diving into rendering. But yeah, so I will get started and switch over very shortly. Alright, so let's get started here. Closing some tabs. I have mad tabs open right now. Welcome. How are you today? Melodinumbra. I've been practicing saying your name. Alright. This is about where we left off last time. That's good to hear. I hope it keeps going nice for you. Chill. That's kind of how it's been for me too. I had a busy weekend, but going forward it should be way more chill as well. I was saying at the beginning of stream, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of like warm up doodles before I get it right into rendering. I don't know why, but I just kind of feel like I need a little bit of warm up. That's very little, like very short. I'm so excited I get to just listen to whatever now because it was getting hard putting together video game playlists only. And still, some video game music wasn't even like uh safe either. So I don't know. I think this is just a better way, and I can just overlay copyright free music on my VODs when I upload them to YouTube. That's good. All good. That's no problem. Get your grub. As I said last time too, I'm still kind of figuring out the brushes situation, but I think they're pretty close now. My blur is like so low compared to where it was on my last version of this app, so that keeps throwing me off. Oh no, that's how it'd be, man. But it will taste very good, I'm sure, when it's all cooled off too. Playing with this fur rendering, I kind of started with a more geometric fur rendering, but I think I might try stuff like this too in some areas, or it doesn't always have to be so like up up front. Like it can be a little bit more subtle, I think, sometimes as far as the fur rendering goes. Probably try stuff like this throughout. Like test subject. Hello, Krilo Novanov. No, I've never heard of that. Yes, fur. I feel like getting good fur texture is really, it's important. And sorry if I butchered your name. Oh, okay. I just looked it up. It's kind of like when like words, when you say certain words and your voice goes up versus when your voice goes down. That sort of thing. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Yeah, that makes sense that you would hear it like with theater. That's a big part of it, making stuff believable. Yeah, the reason I wanted to play with fur textures is because I was looking at this one artist who I really like, and her ability to just capture like fur texture is so like cool. So I was kind of like studying her art with my eyes a lot. And I just like how it looked, so I wanted to kind of try to use some of what I visually learned. Notation is where you put emphasis on a word or syllable. Okay, cool. I didn't know that there was a specific word for that. This artist, she's pretty new to like to being public with her music. Like I think she just started putting out public songs last year, but one of her songs went like viral online, and that's how I ended up finding her. And I just really like her music. I think she has like a kind of retro flair to a lot of her songs. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I really like discovering new songs specifically, and I love finding artists who have like a very like distinct style too. That was just the first impression I got when I started to see her work is that she just has a very kind of strong style. The music videos she puts together for her songs are pretty cool too. Spell your name or say your name. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just very exciting when you see when you realize that there's like more of that. Like you don't have to search for more. When you find one of their songs that you really dig, it's like, yes, I don't have to just listen to this song on repeat. I can listen to their whole discography. Yeah, whenever I get the hang of making music, that's definitely something I think I'll prioritize. Like I want to eventually try to find my own like kind of flow with it, or flavor, I guess, that I put into my music. Okay, so now I'll jump into the rendering of this for today. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, sorry, I don't know how to exactly apply that to say your name though, because I've definitely heard of it, but I haven't been in like a classroom setting, like learned how to use it as far as like learning a new pronunciation goes. So you're free to explain or use like what's it called? Phonetic spelling. If you've heard of that, tell me say it. Right, yeah. Now I can definitely tell that you're forming your own like uh style with your music for sure. And I think that way you're doing it is a good way to do it. Because then you kind of have like a base when you start making each new song. Sorry, just making sure my little Spotify thing was updating correctly. Yeah, that's how you I feel like that's how you like upgrade as you go on with creating. Like you start finding different styles that you gravitate towards, and then they start to kind of introduce themselves into your work. I've noticed that happens to me too. Like if I'm into a certain like cartoon or a certain artist, I notice that sometimes bits of things that they do will work their way into my style for a period of time. It's kind of cool how that works. Okay, the real real even off. Real even off. It was bothering me because I realized that I didn't put the circle for the hologram in perspective. So I was just like, what's bothering me about this? Is because it like totally not in perspective. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, Kirill, but because I keep going back and forth from drawing, I don't know if I can um kind of do focus on the whole doing the entire figuring that out right now. Just because I have to keep switching back and forth from looking at chat and drawing, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it definitely is. I just kept because I kept looking at the circle and I kept just being like, why does it look like weird to me? And I realized like it's because it just wasn't drawn in perspective. Because I was looking at the references you'd given me of Sombra when she was using her like hollow pad thing, and I realized like why does hers look like in the space and then the one in here does not look like correctly in the space? And I realized, oh, it's because it's like not in the correct space. All right, sounds good. Thanks for understanding. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this because I have the all my different layers that I'm drawing on too. Oh yes, they do. Oh my gosh, I just noticed. Sorry, I'm still getting used to checking all that. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm still getting used to checking because I can't hear them, but they should show up on stream. But thank you again. I really appreciate it. Are you an artist yourself, Kirill? Or do you just like watching art? Oh, claymation, nice. I've always really admired people who do like claymation or like stop motion of any kind, because it is kind of tricky, I feel like, to get the hang of. So that's awesome. What type of things do you like to animate? Right, I'm gonna switch to a longer playlist, playing a short one there. Give me 1 second. Mostly recreations of other things. Going semi-original hasn't gone well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So, like, you recreate like kind of like movie scenes and stuff like that. Um, but I hope going original goes well for you at some point. But I understand, especially like trying to get eyes on your internet, like on eyes on your work in the internet can be kind of tricky sometimes. Here's a longer playlist. Oh yeah, I put on an album when I was practicing driving yesterday. It's almost as long as the drive. Yeah, picking playlists is, it can be such a struggle, especially because for me sometimes I don't know what exactly I'm feeling like listening to as well, so that makes it even harder when I don't particularly have anything I feel particular about listening to. I'm one of those people, I really just need stuff in the background while I'm doing stuff. That definitely makes it harder too. I do have like a big like mega playlist that literally has like 8 hours of songs as well. That sometimes helps out if I don't know what I want to listen to, because it's kind of more varied. But sometimes not even that is what I want to listen to. Yes, you should make a playlist, and if you do, send it to me. I'll listen through it, because I do have one that's like DDR era. I do have a playlist that's like that. Maybe I'll play that a little bit later. Uh, but I would love to hear your like take on a Y2K playlist too. Game intros, web series episodes, memes. Oh, that's awesome. That all sounds really cool. How'd you get into claymation? Okay. I think that looks a little bit better, so it's not just as forward on. And I'm keeping it on a separate layer for now, because we can just keep tweaking it till it's where we really want it to look. But the hologram will definitely have more details on it later. What might have to happen is I will render it a little bit in here, but I might actually have to end up taking it to like a different program to actually add all the text on it and everything, make it look like really how it's supposed to look. But we just have kind of the starting point here. At least it doesn't look like it's just a weird circle. It actually feels like it's in the space now a little bit more. At least in my opinion. Yeah, fur. My fur practice paying off. Yay, I'm glad. I'm glad it's starting to look better now. More hologrammy. And one thing I do a lot, like when I'm not working on an art piece, is I will literally just like stare at it. Like not drawing anything, but I'll just like look at it for a while. Just like I'll be doing something and then every so often I'll just open it back up and just stare at it again. And I notice that when I do that, I just start noticing stuff that can be like changed or fixed. So it's become just part of my process to like remember to stare at the drawing I'm working on without working on it. Just every new day, wake up and stare at it. And that was one thing that stood out to me for sure. That and the fur, kind of making it look a bit more subtle. Those are two things that kind of stood out to me. So that's what I'm applying today. Yeah, that happens when sending music to people for feedback. Immediately, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love getting feedback. I think that's one of the uh, parts I really like about art school too. Um, just you constantly have all these people you can ask about feedback on your work, and it does make a difference because there's always going to be something like you don't see, like especially when you're working on something, you're working on it for a while, so extra eyes are always very helpful. It can definitely feel that way sometimes. It definitely feel like that way. I definitely had pieces where I've kind of gotten caught in like a circle of nitpicks where I just like keep tweaking way too much. I feel like that's something else though that art school has in a way helped a little bit with, where it's you have a deadline, so it kind of forces me to call it quits eventually because I need to turn it in. And I found that I apply that to a lot of my personal work now too. But at a certain point, it's just got to be done. I'm working kind of scatterbrained today. Let's focus on one area instead of jumping around so much. Yeah. I feel like sometimes I get that way, especially during the this process, the rendering process, like where I'm just cleaning stuff up because there's so many different things to clean up. So my brain is just like, just do it all at the same time. That definitely is the exact opposite. That's still really funny. Yeah, man, that's the creatives, man. Just creative things. Oh yeah, I love those like artist problem. What's it called? Like artist problem videos, and like accounts that just post like relatable artist memes. I see. Yeah, free art's always nice. Right now, unfortunately, I don't really have time to do free art. I am about to start up like commissions. I'm working on my commission sheet, but unfortunately, right now, I can't do much more free art. But I'm hoping when I reach certain like follower goals, I want to do like raffles for free art. So stay tuned because when I start hitting milestones, I'll start doing more of that type of thing. Now, thank you. I hope so. I think it will be. You know, I'm like with streaming. I've done it in the past, but I never really like went full throttle with it. I never advertised myself fully and everything like that. But my goal with this time is to really like go all the way with advertising, you know, like I went all the way with streaming. So I'm hoping that with my extra effort that I could get more commissions. Yeah. Cause like I don't mind even if I don't get a ton. I just want to start putting myself out there so that when I'm looking to actually for real join, you know, the art workforce that I'll already kind of have started putting myself out there. Oh, well, that's pretty epic. I'll be sure. I'll let you know when I make my commission sheet. And I'll give it to you if you wanted to send it off anywhere, or if you had any recommendations to later of servers where I could maybe advertise. That would be helpful too. I feel like that's always the hard part, like where to advertise, because advertising them in person is kind of well, advertising them online is hit or miss just because it's so many people and it's up to the algorithm. Advertising in person is kind of hard because I feel like a lot more in person people prefer like traditional art. So that's always a little bit of a struggle for me. But when I've been reading for before this commission run, I've heard a lot of people say that advertising on Discord is a pretty good like experience for them and like doing commissions through Discord. So I'm definitely going to try it. Yeah, I like that subtle fur a lot better. I need I don't know if it's necessarily a stream deck, but some little I forgot what it's called, but I watched a Twitch art or TikTok artist who got like a little almost like a game controller for all their art shortcuts. I think I need one of those to streamline my process. Yeah, from what I've seen, starting with small communities is good, showcasing more stuff on Twitter, doing a small art raffle. Yeah, that's definitely what I've heard as well. My plan is maybe like 10 followers from now, I'll do like a raffle because those I feel like definitely can help. And they're fun, you know. Yeah, 1 billion points. Yes. Yeah, I can't wait till I finally hit affiliate because then I can start doing redeems. I have lots of ideas for redeems and I definitely was thinking of a like an art redeem of some sort for sure. And okay, no problem. No, it's not the temp of an incinerator. That's funny. Yeah, I was thinking definitely like a art redeem, and also maybe like when I start um when I become affiliate, I also plan to maybe make like a tip jar donation sort of thing. And so for some donations, I'd also do like little drawings too. Just lots of little ways for people to get art if they want it. Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. Maybe I need to do a raffle. Yeah, we'll see. Like, I'm totally open, so maybe a raffle would be a good idea to kind of put myself out there as well. I never thought about using it that way, but like I said, this is all pretty new to me, like trying to be so active in a community and whatever. Maybe I'll give it a go. Whoa, yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. I totally get what you're saying, Kirill. Yeah, I don't think I honestly for the doodles, I don't think I would go super high. Like if I did a redeem, I feel like probably something like 20K points might be like enough. Especially like as I start out, like if more people come in and more people start hitting the goal, then I'll probably have to increase it for my own sanity. But when I'm first starting out, that should be pretty reasonable, I think. But maybe I'll do it. I think you guys have inspired me to try it. I'm just open to new things, so we'll just see what happens. Probably won't be for a couple weeks though, but maybe I'll look into doing a raffle soon, probably. Because visibility really is my biggest, not even an issue, but it's just a thing you do on social media when you're first kind of starting to build your fan base. Visibility is the thing that's the biggest hurdle, I feel like. Just getting yourself on the map. So I feel like raffles and stuff to start getting that visibility is definitely a good idea. That's honestly so true. Like when I was younger, I used to be on DeviantArt and I used to do raffles from time to time because I used to draw a lot more fan art. So on my old accounts, I started to get a bit of a following, and I would do raffles. And yeah, when you do a raffle, your notifications go crazy, absolutely crazy. People do really like raffles, which I see why. It's free art, a chance of free art. Exactly, yes. It's the same with music for me. I didn't really get on the map until people started resharing my stuff. Right. Yeah, those reshares are really valuable. So yeah, you've got me thinking for sure. Because visibility is what I need, so I need to start doing stuff like that. I also was thinking of like trying to just post more on sites that tend to have a big like kind of network of people, like TikTok more so. But I also, like we were talking about last time, I need to post more on Twitter, and I feel like interact more on Twitter as well. Just start getting around there. Right. That's really true. Because points can take a while to rack up, so yeah, no, I wouldn't want to have someone drain their points for any of my redeems. Nothing crazy. But I also have ideas for just kind of like little fun ones of like, I don't know, different characters and stuff, doing stuff. Yeah, I just have a lot of I have a lot of ideas for streaming, so I'm glad that I finally started so that I can now put a lot of those ideas into action. I know for art I see a lot of people doing cons that way, but you can also have luck with small discords. Yeah, that's been my experience for sure. Like bigger discords are really hard. Like because if everyone's advertising, then yeah, yours is most likely not going to be seen. I need to find more smaller discords to post in. That I also feel like I need to find ones that I'm interested in too, because I have trouble interacting in discords. I feel like in groups, like I'll interact for maybe like the first week, but then I'll like not forget, but I'll just kind of drift off. But I need to just find one that I'm uh, really into as well, and make some buds in them so I don't feel like it's hard to talk in there. Oh yeah, I love Sonic. Sonic is one of my favorite interests right now. So he is there for a reason because I really do. I enjoy. I feel like I enjoy just like the concept of Sonic. So whether the games are good or bad, I just kind of like the idea of him. So I'll probably always be a Sonic fan. Do you like Sonic? You real? Yeah, yeah. Big discords are kind of like a wipe in that way. Where, cause like over the weeks before summer, like when I was new, I wanted to try to start with commissions, whatever. I was looking into different like discords that were like, art, advertise your commissions and stuff. And yeah, no, it's very difficult just because everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone's trying to post and promote their art. So it really is kind of like there's not really a chance of getting noticed unless you got something like really different going on, which not even in a bad way, but I don't really have something that's like that. So I think I need to start at like a smaller scale for sure. Plus, there's some where it's like it's too promotion heavy because what I found is the ones I joined that just talk about promotion. That's what everyone's there for, which isn't a bad thing, but it means that no one's there to interact. So there's no one there to buy. Everyone's just there to promote. You know what I mean? So they got to find one that's like equal traffic both ways, where you have people who are there looking, people who are there to just talk and hang out as well. Oh, thank you. I'm really glad you like my style. I It's been nice sharing my art with you sometimes because it's just nice to get a little encouragement. So thank you very much. I'm a distance fan. I enjoyed the first two games and played a bit of Mania, but otherwise, it's okay. That's very funny because I hate to say it, but you're very right with the Sonic fandom in particular. Uh, the franchise as well. I don't know what they're doing. I know that Sonic's a franchise that has a lot of potential, but I agree that I don't know how I feel about a lot of the more their modern directions all the time lately. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of it's a little samey. Like I feel like we just need something really different for the franchise to wake it up again, but it's kind of it seems like that's not really what they're planning on right now. They're kind of just visiting old things that have worked in the past. Yeah, for real. Honestly, though, like a lot of fandoms are very hard to get into lately. I much prefer the communities of like smaller fandoms to those of bigger ones. Like on Twitter, I've actually like kind of I don't really like seeing stuff from like the Sonic fandom all the time, just because it's always like some stuff about the series, but that 90% of it's just like drama and whatever that I don't care about. I just care about Sonic. I don't care about the drama. Get real no. Yes, that's very very cursed. I don't even want to know any details about the Sonichu stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like when it's a smaller amount of people, it's immediately just way more tolerable. I agree. Oh, that's a good point. I never thought about that. Yeah, I definitely think over this year I want to involve myself more with just different uh for communities in general too. Just kind of see. But yeah, I mean think about that. Yeah, definitely for albums and stuff like that. Lots to think about. Coming to Sonic from the Friday Night Funking side of the fandom. Oh, that's so cool. Honestly, Friday Night Funkin' was really cool. Like, I haven't gotten the chance to play a lot of the like the fan games and the mods and everything for it, but I really enjoyed the like base game that came out on Newgrounds. Um, but I have seen a lot of the Sonic like um mods that people have made for that game, and yeah, people I can definitely see how you're getting into that side of it because people have made some really cool stuff. One I really like is there was one that was just like Sonic and Knuckles kind of arguing, but I was pretty good. Triple Trouble was pretty nice. It was pretty good too. Do you have a favorite? The music community is really chill because people know. Oh no. But sometimes a quieter area is much better. Because honestly, with like artist social media, I run into the same issue a lot where I'm just trying to look at art, but because there's so many people involved, it's so often mingled with like drama of some kind. I have to keep my follower list to a certain low amount. Otherwise, I'm just overwhelmed with everyone talking about stuff that isn't art. When all I want to see is the art. With creepypastas, I feel like I was a little more into them when I was a bit younger. So I'm not so much like into them now. But I still like I respect it. Like I have nothing against it because I was once into it. And I do catch myself looking into like what is the current one of today and everything like that. And it's still pretty interesting. I love this song. I don't like a lot of Weezer songs, but I like this Weezer song. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've definitely seen the Friday Night Funkin' fandom implode sometimes. I think that's why I miss like having kind of a solid art only site. Like when I was younger at DeviantArt's peak, DeviantArt was a very kind of like intimate small community uh for posting art and whatever. And I much prefer that sort of thing to like having to make a subculture for art on a big website like Twitter or something. So I hope that another art only site eventually comes out of the woodwork somehow. Because I think I'm not the only artist who kind of feels that way. Where I think it just would be nice to have an art only place to post. Newgrounds is actually really good. That's a really good place. I've been meaning to make a new account on there because it does seem like it's growing into a nice community for a variety of different arts. Because I think you can post pictures, but you can also post like videos on there too. So I have been thinking about getting back into posting there. Yeah, and games. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, so Newgrounds is a pretty versatile website then. Yes, I can see that. I think the subculture thing can be pretty effective too. Yeah, for sure. If you choose like if you make your own smaller community. I love rendering hair. It's fun. It's fluffy. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on Newgrounds in the modern day when Friday Night Funkin' came out because I was pretty like addicted. Like whenever a new week would drop, I'd be on there, and that made me kind of think like maybe I should make another account. But I like forgot about it. But I do kind of feel like it's a good little hub. And the community honestly seems pretty supportive. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, when I originally had an account, I didn't like post anything. It was just more for scrolling. I was really into the games as well when I was younger, so that was mainly why I was on there. But I never thought of it as a, a site that I could post on until this year, honestly. One of the best mods nowadays is about Sonic.exe. I enjoy all the stuff coming inspired from that, even though not many would agree with me as oversaturation hits. No, I would agree with you because I also agree that though a lot of people are doing it, a lot of people are doing it really well. I feel like yeah, Sonic.exe has always been an interesting concept for me as well, and I think that everyone's new take on it has been like so just creative for the Friday Night Funkin' mods. Like I said, I think there's one called Triple Trouble that is like Sonic.exe, and then like Tails and Knuckles and Eggman, and that one I thought was just really well done. Do you know how to like whisper to me? I would prefer if you like whispered me the link and I can share it. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, whisper. I know. Okay, I opened it up, so you should be able to send it over now. Yeah, I just wanna. I like to set. What's it called? Set it up where I'm sent links first. Just starting up for now, because at this point it probably wouldn't be much of an issue, but I know as it grows, it can get pretty out of control. Links can get out of control really fast. Oh, this is cool. Kirill, did you make these? I'll put them up real quick so that everyone can see them. Oh, these are awesome. Give me 1 second, I'll put it up. Sorry. I forgot my medal is on this playlist too. Trying to, there we go. Above. Can you see? Man, my thing is like really small. Making it hard to. Here, I have a better eye. There we go. And that's a lot of them too. So a lot of work must have went into this. Wow. I love your attention to detail too. Oh my gosh. What's his name? Isn't his name's not Whisper, it's Mimic, Mimic. Oh my gosh. Like they included Mimic. He's a very cool character. Yeah, very nice work. Yeah, as I said, like sculpting and all that has always been something that I recognize is very hard, so applause to you because that's really nice. That's a lot. I don't think it needs to go that high. And inspired by different versions of the same song, people have made .exes from the Rachinda idea. I went not inspired enough 86. I mean, that's how you do it. If you catch that wave of inspiration, you gotta follow it. Now, when you do claymation, do you have to leave them? Do you have to use clay that doesn't dry so that you can still move them around, or how do you usually do it? Yeah, I like how this hair is looking. The Melodinumbra mohawk is very fun to render. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. So you plan on animating those ones that you showed us? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Honestly, that's what always stops me too, because like I could maybe make the art, but I'd have to also learn like coding and stuff. Which honestly is something eventually I think would be nice to learn. Coding for games and things like that. But yeah, with a rhythm game, you've got a whole nother set of things too. I love adding all the fluff. In about 10 minutes, I'll probably be taking my little break. Just so you guys know in advance. Because I do be forgetting to take breaks. But I'll probably just take it in about 10 minutes. Yes, exactly. Fluff is fun. After I finish this piece, I think some of the stuff I'll be working on stream, besides commissions if I get them, is I really want to start putting together like my concept art portfolio. So I have a few concept art projects I've been planning. So my stream from then on will probably just be me working on some of those concept projects, which I think should be pretty fun. Yes, take a break when I take a break, get a snack and everything. Honestly, it's funny. I have so much I could be doing. Friday Night Funking, TF2, FNAF, but I'm just trying to complete Devil May Cry. Oh no, I feel that, man. Yeah, school procrastination, it hits hard. But I've definitely been there. Maybe your brain just needs Devil May Cry right now. It'll help you relax. Yes, concept art. As a while ago, I was thinking about, what do I really want to do with my art, like long term career wise, and I think I really do like the industry of concept art for particularly video games and movies. I think that's an industry that I would be really interested in getting into. So I gotta make sure my portfolio reflects that. So I've been researching like uh, concept artists' portfolios. So my plan is to kind of do like little projects to make sure I'm putting stuff that I see they put in their portfolio in mine. That's all ready to go. When it comes time to like apply for jobs and everything. Because the best advice, one of the big advice I got from one of my professors is like, think about what you want to do and then look at people who are already doing it. Look at what they draw, and then you try to draw like stuff in that realm. For concept art, a lot of it is like, character concepts, but also environment concepts, environments of different times of day, character over time, those types of like assignments. So I'm just gonna be doing a few of them on stream. Yay, snacks! Snacks are good. Very fun to do, but I only have one stage left to finish, and I can't leave it. Yes, when you're in the game. I'm a bad influence. You should finish the level. Honestly, same. I've always loved I like since I've been looking at a lot of concept art lately, like since I decided that. Yeah, one of my favorite things is when you have a character who's really equipped and then you have sheets that are kind of breaking down how their like weaponry and stuff actually works. Like those are so nice to look at. The first project I think I'm gonna work on to ease myself into it is a one character design project. and my character has like equipment that I figured like I could do the breakdown of the character, but then do the breakdown of all their equipment as well. And that'll be kind of my first project. For a lot of my projects that I wrote down, I'm just basically rehashing some like old OC concepts that I had and just fleshing them out to a concept art level. And I think that will keep me interested, but also I think they'll be good like starting points, like a good concept starting point to design from. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I think it should be fun. I think it should be fun. It's this summer. What it's for art wise is I feel like every summer I end up just like not doing a lot art wise, which possibly because I need a break or whatever. But especially with me getting close to finishing school, I want to make sure I'm taking all the steps I can. So this summer is just for doing things that I've been wanting to do but never took the jump and started doing. And it's been exciting so far, so I'm just excited to just keep with it. Thank you. And yeah, that's kind of honestly my plan too. Like throughout school this year, just like be applying to jobs when I'm not doing classwork. Because even if not, like it's fine either way. But it would be really cool, if I could have something that's lined up for when I'm done to just start with it. That's the ideal situation, I think, for any college student to try to line something up. So that's why another reason for me to try to get my portfolio in check so that I can just be applying and not necessarily spending all my time doing portfolio stuff as well. At least I'll have something to start with. And I keep saying it, but rendering this fur is like really fun. I was made to do this. Right. Same here. I get my capstone project in the spring. Yeah, spring's gonna be very intense, but it'll all be worth it. Yes, it is quite satisfying seeing the layers like pop out. Right. Spring is when everything goes really crazy, but then it ends with a degree. Yay! So we just gotta get through the crazy spring. Now to do the first, let me do the ear. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's awful. Hopefully that wasn't too like traumatizing or anything. That's really crazy. It's a crazy way to end the school year for sure. But I'm glad I'm finally escaping the randomized roommate situation. I have like a preset roommate now. Because yeah, no, it can get really crazy with those randomly selected roommates. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's crazy. And I wish people would think before they do that stuff because, yeah, it affects everyone on your suite, not just you. Yeah, I'm glad at least that it's over. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully you're able to get that because, yeah, the most ideal situation is definitely a single, or you know what I mean, like a room to yourself is the ideal situation. Bro, the week before fire. Come on, man. Yeah, that's really inconvenient for everyone at that time. Yeah, people definitely do not think. My computer's having a moment. I don't know what it's doing. I think it's trying to save. Oh, it did it. Yay. It always scares me when it does that. It's like, please don't suddenly decide to crash. No, that sucks too. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, at least it wasn't like a super high crazy fee. That still is nah. I haven't had anything that compares to that what you just told me. I actually haven't had like a lot of roommates just because my first 2 years at least, my school said you couldn't have roommates because of the pandemic, you know. But the few that I did have weren't that crazy. Most of any like friction just came from the fact that like not knowing this person because I always had to do randoms before this year. So most of the like issues was just like I don't know this person, so we don't really click because we don't know each other. And I have a hard time getting to know people like right off the bat like that, so it was just kind of hard for me to not know someone at all and then suddenly have to like live with them. Oh yeah, I was gonna take a break, I forgot. Well, I think now's a good time. I'll take my break real quick. But I like how it's looking. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, roommates are always like it. It's hit or miss for real. I gotta figure out why every time I switch scenes, my bear decides to go away. Anyway, change this. Let it is on. Be right back. There we go. Okay, so I'll be right back. Just about 6 minutes, 6 7 minutes. Yes, no problem. Take a break. I know my bear's like I'm calling off. All right, so I'll be back. See ya. Okay, I'm back. We can continue drawing. Welcome back to you too. Right. Oh, I just had an idea. So let's we can listen to my cringe. Well, it's not really cringe. It's a little cringe. My nostalgia playlist, if you guys want. It's full of like early DDR era stuff, but the more I'd say the more sillier stuff. Lunchable sausage. Honestly, I think it would sell. Lunchables should have like a breakfast or a breakfast line, or even like a Lunchables hot dog if that doesn't even exist yet. All right, let's see how much we can stand of my. Lunchables tier list. I think my S tier has to be the nachos. I was a big fan of the Lunchables nachos. Nothing can quite my stride. Hey. What? That is not what I imagined either. That would taste crazy. It would be a lot of like I feel like bread stuffs within that, so I don't know. I don't know how that would do. I don't know how that would taste. But who knows? Once you fry it up, maybe you won't taste any of it. No, wait. Wasn't that guy? There's like a YouTuber who I know makes like crazy sausage. Did he do that? Did he do that already? Yeah, ordinary sausage. That's the guy. Hey, I knew he would be the one to do it. No, you're going to go down the ordinary sausage rabbit hole. He has many crazy sausages. I think one of my uh favorite my favorite of his videos is the April Fool's one where he did a water sausage. And he's like, it tastes like nothing. I remember a guy mixing every flavor of G Fuel together. Oh my god. Why do people subject themselves to such torture for views? Oh my god. Uh, he is the sausage airbender. The sausage avatar. Yeah. I mean, his channel is just him making different sausage, so I guess when you find a niche, stick in it because it is very funny. Man, that G Fuel must have just tastes crazy though. I can I can only imagine this song peak early 2000s. Cereal with Fanta. No. Well, I guess the real question is what type of cereal was it? But I can't think of a cereal where that would be pleasant though. Oh my god, that song goes hard. So I definitely think that a remix would also go hard. I'm partial to Madagascar. Oh no. Yeah, that combination sounds deceptively delicious, but it wasn't. Oh no. I'm trying to think the craziest food combination I've done. Well, one that I still do because it. Oh well, when I was younger, one thing I used to eat a lot, and it was really good. It was peaches and cottage cheese. So I think I stand by that because it sounds crazy, but in my opinion, it was actually pretty good. Oh yeah, so like caramel flavor and Fanta. I don't know. Yeah, that would be a little. That'll be a little much. Yeah, yeah. I feel like cottage cheese is definitely like. I mean, a lot of people who like it and a lot of people who don't. Which I understand. It's kind of a unique texture to it. Plus, cheese alone, I feel like is already a touchy thing. But I grew up on it, so I think I still like the flavor, especially like in the morning. I haven't bought it in a long time though. Yeah, cereal. Cereal is kind of just basically like it can get like really sickly sweet. Some of these candies or some of these cereals, yeah, are basically candy. There's one here called Lucky Charms that's just like has marshmallows straight up in it. Yeah, cottage cheese. I don't blame you. Cottage cheese can really be hit or miss, but I do enjoy some cottage cheese. Yeah, applesauce. I totally feel that. Yeah, I ate that a lot as a kid. I don't so much favorite now, especially after my after I got my wisdom teeth removed. I really don't because that was pretty much all I could eat when I did that. So now I'm sick of it. No more applesauce. Yes, this playlist would not be complete without caramel dancing. Such a happy song. Oh, I've never tried applesauce pie. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I can definitely see how that would be appealing because for me, I'm probably like the only one on the planet. But the thing I don't like about regular apple pie is that you'll get like random apple chunks. I don't like that. So a more consistent texture is appealing to me. Under quarantine foods, also brownie cookies, brookie. Oh my gosh, but those sound delicious too, though. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of ice cream. Snickers ice cream does go hard though. That's true. Yeah, Snickers ice cream is definitely one of my favorites. I've been able to find a lot of grocery stores that sell the Snickers ice cream, but I haven't actually been able to find a lot of like ice cream shops that have it though. But when they do have it, it's one of my favorites. You got a black eye? That's terrible. How did that happen? But that's terrible. Making ice cream or just a giant Skittle. That's crazy. Yeah, honestly, same. I like places that will put like cake or brownie into the ice cream. That's one of the things I just like about ice cream, and that's one of the reasons I like Snickers ice cream is because I like when you have something to chew in the ice cream. One of my favorite things. Mint as well. Oh, nice. With mint, honestly, I can ice cream. I can take it or leave it, but I do like mint chocolate cookies, and I like the mint chocolate candy too. Yeah, I think I would just also call it a Skittle. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I've been calling it if it's singular. When I was younger, a lot of what was on the internet spaces that I would browse is like animation memes. So there's certain songs like this one that just remind me of the animation meme people used to make for it. Yeah, mints will definitely help too with sickness for sure. That's why I like cough drops and stuff has always helped me. Anything with that kind of minty or aromaticness helps open up everything. Oh yeah. I could definitely see how that would happen. Yeah, you gotta be really careful with stuff like sugar and oil that's heated up because it will pop. Yeah, I liked animation memes. And there's something just nice about that particular era of animation meme because they came back for a while, but that specific era of animation meme was where like no one really cared about like how good you were though. In skill, it was more just about doing it, just to do it. And there's something freeing kind of about that. Oh yeah, for sure. Video games as well. That era is just very nice. Part of it for me is probably nostalgia too. But I just think it was just like so experimental in a good way where no one was really worried about making something that was the best thing ever. They were more focused on just creating things that were cool and new. And that's something I feel like I like to try to focus on when I make art. Like not necessarily making something that's the best thing ever, but just exploring and learning and growing as an artist. My little bear character. My bear character in particular wasn't really inspired by Sonic Forces and the Avatar creation, but I definitely have like Sonic OCs that for sure are inspired by some of the character customization. It's a shame how Sonic Forces didn't really meet everyone's expectations, but I really did like the. I thought the character creation was a really nice touch. Yeah, for real. Yeah, that lighting is really cool. That's honestly that's one thing I want to try to learn with 3D art is how to go back in time, like how to light stuff and make stuff look a little bit like it's from that time. Some of this here. There's a 1-2K server that I'm in where they talk a lot about that and give art resources for that stuff too. Oh, nice. That makes sense, especially since that you know that community is all about going back in time. I definitely come across tutorials as well. This song, this is my favorite DDR dance. I remember doing this one like over and over again. right. It just makes you come up with a new way of thinking about that, whatever you're looking for. Because sometimes I'll just watch random tutorials for fun, like even if I don't even plan on trying something like that, I just look it up because you never know when you'll think about it while you're working. What's my console preference? Right now, as far as consoles go, I honestly have just been playing mostly the Switch. Mostly the Switch right now. But besides that, I really love PlayStation. A lot of my favorite a lot of my favorite franchises are homed on PlayStation. Yeah, I grew up on PlayStation 2. I'd say, the PlayStation 2 was my the one console I really had for all of my childhood. So I think that definitely had an influence. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank was one of my franchises. Hehehe. Yeah, it was Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, Sonic was a main game, but he never. Well, he had the Sega Dreamcast, but I never actually got that one. So I just played whatever wherever I could find the Sonic games. Yes, PS2 era. It was unmatched. That console's unmatched. I really want another one. So I wanna because I don't know. We gave away our childhood one, but I want to save up for another and have that console again because that console was actually a really good console. Everybody knows. Yes, honestly, that's backwards compatibility is such a power move, and it's a shame that so many console developers don't use it because it's so awesome when a console has backwards compatibility. That's why I was happy with like a lot of people I know didn't like the Wii U for various reasons, but I do like my Wii U because I can play my Wii games on it with no problem. Honestly, same. Flipnote, like I didn't have a DS at the time where it was really poppin', but I would like watch them on YouTube. Flipnote was seemed to be like a pretty powerful animation software on a console, so that's a pretty big deal. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, the Wii U itself and the games for it, I can't say that all of them were the most memorable, but I do like its backwards compatibility. Because of that backwards compatibility, I can play like some of my because I don't have a Wii anymore, but I have a lot of my games still, like Sonic Colors and stuff. But because of the backwards compatibility, I can still play it. Yeah, it was DS. DS Flipnote. I could never get the hang of it when I did finally get my hands on it though. But I feel like it's just one of those things of like learning a new software. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I still play my 3DS a lot. I have like Tomodachi Life and stuff. So there's kind of sad seeing all the like online features of the 3DS go away slowly over the years, but all the games that don't require it, I still will play from time to time, just for fun. Scribble Nuts, I remember that game. That was such a cool concept for a game where you could like make anything, a quote unquote anything, pop out of thin air. I had a phase where I was really into that game, but I had the Wii version. And I think I still do. I should play it again. Whenever I figure out capture cards, too, I would love to do like gaming streams as well. Okay. I know I was obsessed with mostly like I remember being obsessed with all the different like animals combinations you could do, like green elephant and stuff like that, like just making all sorts of different types of weird animals, winged, like whatever. I love the adjectives, like that you could play with the adjective. Yeah, no, I totally get you. Yeah, it doesn't help that AI art's like everywhere. Oh yeah, I feel that. I just like I always like immediately kind of lose interest in something if it involves the AI art. It's one of those things where it's just like it could be used as a really good tool, but instead it's not being used that way. Right. Like I feel like AI could be a good tool for idea generation or like stuff like color palette planning, the planning stage, but you'd have to be just really careful how the AI is trained because right now, like the issue why everyone's so upset, is because the way most AI are trained right now is the somebody just steals somebody else's art, and feeds it into the machine, and that's not sustainable, and that doesn't help anybody, especially not the artist whose work is being like stolen to fuel it. No, bro. I know exactly. Like they're not gonna feel it until it directly affects what they make. Yeah, man. AI is it's crossing into everything very fast. It's a little scary. But I also feel like even though when everything is more AI, like there's still gonna be people who want human hands, like human made stuff. I know, like I will. Like I don't care for it, so I'll always be more interested in people's actual like making stuff. Have you even seen voice actors with the like AI voice stuff, like make statements on like, "Hey, this is it's not okay to use my voice like this. Right. Like that's honestly how I feel too. Like it's too perfect really is a great way to describe it. It's solely focused on capturing like as far as like visual art goes, it's solely focused on capturing the perfect technical description of what art is. But in my opinion, that's not what I go to art for. I don't look at different artists for a completely technically perfect drawing. I more look at it to see their unique ideas or their unique characters or the unique world they're building. That whole emotion and the thought process behind that side. That's why I like visual art. So yeah, AI art is basically like art without that because the machine can't tell me all that. It can't make me excited on that side. So yeah, I'm the same way. But yeah, that's why I've never used the voice AI either because like I do think about like no, that's someone's real voice that I'd be using without permission. And I agree, like the what's it called, like those Microsoft like robot voices, those are more fun to use. Oh yeah, definitely send. But I think I can kind of like picture it in my head too. Yeah, it's just like something about the voices that are purely just a robot like generated, like not trying to copy someone else's voice. They have this their own unique sound. No. Okay. My program almost crashed. Why is my program trying to crash? Oh, San Sangria, thank you for following. Welcome to the stream. We just vibing. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the things I'm making. In the music realm, you can also layer effects on top of the voice to give them more unique effects. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've definitely seen some people play really, like I've seen people have a lot of fun with that sort of thing. That's why I'm so excited to get into music because I'm excited to explore all of that stuff too. Oh my gosh, why is my program? There. One of my tablet has like a broken spot on the side of it, so sometimes if I tap the broken side, it starts to freak out. Yeah, me too. I save very often because I've been burned before. Exactly. Yeah, when you become a digital artist, you learn that technology can be a cruel force sometimes. Yeah, for bigger projects, I'll even like back it up as well, like put it somewhere else as well, like a flash drive or something, while I'm working on it. Because I don't trust it. Oh right, yeah, yeah. I'm the same way. Anything that's like really important, I make sure to put it somewhere else as well because I have my own horror story. Like my first laptop ended up having like a critical issue that couldn't be fixed. So yeah, anything that was on my laptop before I had to take it to the repair shop is just was just gone forever. Luckily at the time I didn't have anything that I was like super upset about, but I still lost like some stuff that I had started. So I just make sure anything that's really important, I make sure to back up. And luckily at that time I was also posting pretty regularly on social media too, so a lot of it was immortalized, just through my account where I could like get it again. But yeah, it's still a good idea to just back it up so that you don't have that issue at all. Thank you. I feel like next stream I'll conquer the hands. I don't want to do them right now. Maybe that'll be the first thing I try to conquer next stream. I'll just keep going down the body for now. Thank you. Yeah, I'm liking the way the fur is happening too. Nice texture to the whole thing. Yes, final boss. And certain hands sometimes can feel like the final boss. But I feel like I always end up in that situation with every new like drawing. I have something that I just really don't feel like working on for 90% of it, but when I have to finish the drawing, I have to confront it. Salt sausage. Oh my gosh, that sounds awful. Just pure salt. Sounds terrible. No. No, I hate the idea of that. Yeah. Oh no. I have no idea. I have no idea if it's not spaghetti. That's my guess too. The giant noodle composed of five. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine how big that is too. What do you even do with something like that? Reverse spaghetti and meatballs, where instead of like having a couple big meatballs with a bunch of pasta, you just have the spaghetti and then a bunch of little meatballs. Something. Yep, you can use it to swing at your enemies. Oh my god. Yeah, I know if I got hit with either of those, I would not know what to do. I don't think I've ever tried that type of chip or whatever. I don't think I've tried that snack before. What is that? Oh, honestly, yeah. Like we have like big like lollipops. Usually they're sold at like carnivals and stuff here. And I honestly, I've gotten them before. Like when I was younger, I could never really finish them. It's a lot of candy in one go. No program. That poor program. All right, so I think I'm hitting my cutoff time for today. I try to go around like 3ish hours, and we're a little over. So I think I might call it for today. But yeah, I got a lot. I feel like I got a lot done in the face area specifically. Oh my gosh, yeah. I just use it as a weapon. And thank you. I'm glad you like it so far. I'm glad we fixed like the hologram perspective. That'll make things easier as we go along. Yep, Sonic's been going. He's the real hard worker around here. But yeah, thank you guys for coming, and thank you to the new followers. It was nice meeting you guys. If you guys want to keep up with when I stream next, in my schedule section of my Twitch, it basically has it. Just I usually go Wednesdays and Fridays. Uh, but for more direct updates, you can go to my Twitter, which is linked in my Twitch. But I will see you guys later. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.